Today's video is proudly sponsored by Fan Home. I'm going to be talking about them a little bit later on in the video, but now let's talk about the Kenobi finale. And yeah, it's pretty sick. So right off the bat, there's pretty much two storylines happening at the same time. You have Lord Vader versus Kenobi, and then you have Riva trying to get Luke Skywalker. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. You guys know I keep it real on the channel. I actually personally have enjoyed seeing Riva in this show. I think she's pretty sick, a little bit complex. It's kind of like a very, very watered down version of Kylo Ren with a few bits of differences. Obviously, she's trying to get back at Lord Vader, and I kind of liked it. However, I do think her story should have ended in episode 5. Like, that should have been it. Maybe at the last scene of this show, you could have shown her, like, walking or something, and then they can do whatever they want to do, put her in animated, put her in her own show, or do whatever you want to do. But for me, having these two separate storylines happen at the same time kind of, like, makes little to no sense. She got, like, stabbed really bad in episode 5, and then at the start of here, she's literally on Tatooine already. I don't know what's going on. The Empire have, like, pretty much caught up with Kenobi, and the other people trying to escape. That's fine, but I don't see how them getting to them and then her arriving at Tatooine, how is that at the same time? Like, that is insane. She's just been stabbed. As far as I'm aware, she has no ship and she's limping. So, I don't know. I think that time jump didn't really work for me. It took me out of it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That's like, for me anyway, the worst bit of this show. But everything else was pretty goddamn sick. However, on the one positive side of the Riva thing, at this point in time of the episode, right at the start to like kind of midway point, I do like that Owen and Mrs. Owen, I can't even remember her name, I'm so sorry. I'm like, they're like, cool, you know what's up? Well, she says it, to be fair. He's like, we gotta run, and she's like, nah, bruv, we're staying. Get the guns up, man. I kind of like seeing that. I like that they're not just gonna like roll over and like cry for Kenobi. They're actually trying. I like to see that. And also at this point, Obi-Wan has got a ship and he's leading them away. Obviously, I like said in my last week's review, I knew that was going to happen, man. It's the only thing that can happen. Hence, they said the hyperdrive is damaged in episode 5. Really, really pleased to see Lord Vader say, hey, stop what you're doing, chase him down. And the Grand Inquisitor, he's got a pair of balls on him, bro. He's like, nah, mate, we need to chase them. Like, they are really important. And he's like, nah, mate, we're going for Kenobi. Do not ever talk to me again. And I like that. I like that Vader didn't like choke him or do anything like that. There's a power difference, obviously, like humongously. Vader could slap him down easily, but I do like there's some level of respect because again, he's the Grand Inquisitor. He's pretty sick in Rebels as well, to be totally fair. I like seeing that, and obviously they go and chase Kenobi. Vader gets on his ship and he goes down to fight him. Now, man, where to begin? I don't know if it was a rematch of the century, but it is pretty damn good. I can't lie. It was very, very good. I don't know where it ranks in, like, Star Wars fights in general, but it was pretty good, man. There's a few scenes that I think are absolutely goated. Obi-Wan's, like, kind of losing, and then he kicks it up a gear. He starts winning a little bit and pushes Vader back. Tries to, like, crush him with his big-ass rock, and Vader just stops it with one hand and just throws it, like, I don't know, like 10 miles away. That was so unbelievably sick, and that's the power difference. Like, obviously he stopped the ship with one hand in last week's episode, which is amazing. Also running at the same time, Riva's reached the Owens, and I'm gonna be honest, I really did not care at all. I like the ending. I'll talk more about that, obviously, at the end of this video, but right now, because they're fighting, I did not care at all. To be honest, I just did not care about any of that because I knew everyone there is going to be saved because obviously they're in episode 4. But yeah, let's get back to the fight. But first, let's talk about Fan Home. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 weeks ago, Fan Home sent your boy the latest range of Star Wars amazing products, and you know it, baby. If you saw that video, you've seen it. It was the brand new ships, and I got my next two. Check these out. This is Poe Dameron's X-Wing. I actually think this is one of the best ships in Star Wars, if I'm being totally honest. Fully licensed by Disney and Lucasfilm in die-cast, hand-painted metal. And once again, I don't know if I should open this or just leave it in the box. I've like collecting stuff, so I've kept them all in the box, but wow, this looks good, yo. But they sent your boy the big one, the Imperial Star Destroyer, and I know the camera's not going to pick up the quality and the details, but this is absolutely insane, yo. I like Poe's ship, but this actually could be the best one. Like, this looks unbelievable, and if you sign up today, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get the early bird gift and you're going to get Starkiller Base, and trust me, I've seen the pictures. it is fire. As always, every single month you're going to get a brand new ship and a brand new magazine to go along with it, with all the nerdy details that you know you love. If you've been subbed to the channel, you already know this. I have teamed up with Fan Home so many times. I have a collection of ships now. I'm building Iron Man, I'm building R2-D2, and I currently have a humongous collection of the greatest Star Wars encyclopedia ever. Hey, big up Fan Home. If you like Star Wars, Marvel, pretty much anything nerdy, they got something on the site. Check out the link in the description. It will send you straight there, and yeah, it's an absolute win. Thank you, Fan Home, for sponsoring your boy once again. I appreciate you all. And now, back to the video. So now let's talk about this absolutely sicko fight, man. Like, I like the lighting. It's pretty dark. It just looks really well lit up with the lightsabers. I know a few people didn't like that from episode 3. They prefer the like full CG blade. But I kind of like this, where it's actually an actual blade emitting light. I think it just looks sick. When Vader like does this force push and the ground breaks, oh my god, bruv. Like that is what I wanted to see. OP Lord Vader. Chucking rocks in there. I love that he has the high ground. I had a little bit of feeling he might say something like, I have the high ground now, but I thought that would have been hella cheesy. But he crushes him to death, or he thinks he does anyway. Chucks so much rocks there. CG looked a little bit iffy, but for a show, I still think it looked really, really good. And he just bounces off, mate. He's like, cool, the deed is done. Obi-Wan's there, holding all the rocks like a juggernaut, and he's like thinking about all these things. He just goes insane, mate. Climbs out, chases after Vader, and they fight again. Like, that is so sick, man. I did have a maybe suspicion that is when Qui-Gon might say something. Obviously, we'll talk about that at the end. That was powerful. And eventually, Obi-Wan beats Vader, and whoa. I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, no cap, I started getting teary-eyed, man. Genuine feels when he could see Anakin's face, and we can hear his voice, like the voice module breather, whatever it's called, starts failing bad. And obviously, like, you know, if you've read the comics or you just know your Star Wars stuff, Lord Vader can actually live without like the breathing mechanisms for a little bit. The Force and the rage, all that stuff can sustain him. And when we're hearing Anakin's voice, that got me so bad, man. Like, I was teary-eyed, bro. That is when Obi-Wan knew he is gone, bruv. And then Anakin basically, I can't remember 100%. I've literally just finished it. I will rewatch the entire show, of course, when I re-rank a few things. But he says something on the lines, Anakin is gone, killed by Vader. And that is it. And you see Hayden's face, bro, like, man, that got me bad. Amazing scene, absolutely amazing. And then Obi-Wan bounces back to Tatooine. This, for an ending, and obviously they meet in episode 4, and he says, when you left, I was the learner, now I'm the master. Great stuff, man. Really, really great. I think it ended perfectly. I think the fight could have been a little bit better. I don't know if it was Rematch of the Century, but it was very, very, very good. Now, during this time, Riva's like chasing Luke down. I, again, do not care, because it's going to go two ways. Either Obi-Wan's going to murder, like, Riva, which I had a feeling it probably won't happen, but I did think they might fight, and then Obi-Wan might spare her. It doesn't really end up as anything. She goes to chop him down, she has a flashback, and she thinks about her younger self. I did like seeing that. It probably should have come a little bit earlier. She needs to relax, mate. But then she says to Obi-Wan, like, am I, like, Lord Vader now? Am I him? And he says, no, you need to do now the right thing and put to rest all the madness and do your own thing. She drops the lightsaber and bounces. It was a nice ending. I just wish it didn't take up literally 50% of this episode. Like, I'm cool with Riva, but I don't know, her going to Tatooine, I did not like that at all, man. We then get arguably one of the best scenes in the entire show, the Emperor questioning Vader. Whoa. Absolutely powerful. I actually told my mate I don't think the Emperor will show up, and then he did, looking amazing with his hood light not even pulled forward, because he knows he's chatting to Vader. He doesn't need to hide his face or anything, and it was amazing. Him questioning him, that is just when you know, man, the Emperor is always going to be above Vader in the food chain, and wow, it was good, man. And we finally get Lord Vader's theme tune. Really, really sick. We got the Imperial March. Great episode, yo. I like that whole thing. We got a lot of like little fan servicey bits. I'm not gonna lie, we got the whole hello there. I love to see it, man. Obviously we don't see him speaking to Luke, but obviously he gave him the toy, he said hello there, and then he saw Qui-Gon Jinn, Force Ghost. A lot of people thought it'd just be the voice. Nah, mate, Disney went all out. We got the Force Ghost. He looks amazing, bro. Please give us a Qui-Gon show. That'd be so goddamn good. And then it ends. I've got to be real. This is a banger, mate. An absolute banger of an episode. For me, I think the episode is a 9.5. It could have been a 10. It's just the Riva stuff kind of let me down a lot, because I knew what she's doing ain't going anywhere. And I think when that happens, it's just kind of dead. Like, you're not going to kill Luke. you're not going to kill Owen. You're not going to do anything. Like, you're either going to die or your like path's going to change and you're going to bounce. And it was obviously the latter one. And I don't know, that could have been polished up a little bit better maybe, and this could have been a 10. Overall, and again, I've only seen this show now once. If I had to grade the entire show, oh man, I think it's a 9, bro. I think it's a 9 out of 10. I gave Boba Fett 8.5 out of 10. I really like that show. I think this is definitely better. I don't know if it's a 10. There was things that did let me down, mostly with some of the Riva stuff, and episode 4 was a little bit fillery for a 6-episode show. I don't know why they've done that, but for now, until I rewatch it all, for now, I'm giving Kenobi a 9 out of 10 for everything. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the journey, mate. 6 weeks, or 5 weeks even, because of the first episodes, obviously. I appreciate you guys watching. Once again, big up Fan Home. Thanks for sponsoring your boy, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.